Match 5, Alter Ego versus Aurora Philippines. Aurora Philippines are the best team when it comes to just playing systematic. When it's playing normal, fundamental MLBB, there is no team. And I said this in the tier list video. There is no team that can compete against Aurora Gaming Philippines. What were they lacking coming to M7 or just international events in general is the clutch factor. They are not willing to take risks. When they are behind, they play it slow. They try to play that template game. They play the, I would say, the blacklist international take, but with not as good of a mind. Back then they had Venus, so obviously everything was a bit smoother and wise. But they fixed it. We saw some clutch moments here. Edward is performing out of his mind. He's doing really, really good right now. If it wasn't for Cram, I would say again probably number 1, even on top of SANFORD, by the way. And I think, by the way, SANFORD still might go. He's number 1, but like currently, Edward's doing really, really well. Like really, really well. SANFORD has been outlaning him, I would say, on an individual level, performing on team fights as well. But in the games that Aurora win, it's clearly just Edward. Like Edward's doing so much for the team. But we know that. What has changed? Domeng has stepped up. Demon Kite as well, surprisingly, in a lot of the games. Again, not the game against Tlph, because again, in the games against Tlph, I think all 3 games, Carl TZ kind of gapped them individually. But Alter Ego are kind of like the counter to that. They are fucking brawly. They're chaotic. They're just unorthodox as shit. They love going for crazy fights. They remind me of very early MLBB. I think Alter Ego will... This is a bit of cope, obviously. I am Indonesian, so okay, Aurora will move to loser match 5. There you go. So, against TS or YG. That is, oh my god. SRG versus Aurora Turkey. Okay, SRG look like the best team. They are in form. They are ridiculously good right now. Aurora Gaming look amazing too. Don't get me wrong here, but they just don't look as clean as SRG. Aurora Turkey are amazing mechanically, and when they get their picks, they do really, really well. But the thing is, when they don't get their picks, they still struggle. And even when they win in the early game, they kind of throw a lot, Onic show up when it matters, chat. I just want to say that, okay? I know I put Alter Ego Aurora, and I said Indo bias, but here I got to lead into the Indo bias again, because like Onic, it's strange. This is the type of team they are, the group stage run, their first match in playoffs, they look dog shit, but they can step up, okay? They are titans of the game, but it's against TL, so they're cooked. If it was any other team here, maybe, but they're fucking up against TL. They fucked up too many times, okay? They needed to stay up top to stay afloat, okay? Or maybe TL needed to win for them to stay afloat, because I think Onic would... Oh my god, Onic, why are you here? Why? This tournament, I actually wanted TSYG Grand Finals, but reality is often disappointing, and we've been seeing that. So we're going to move TS over there. I think TS are overall the better team. They are consistent with it. They've consistently grown as well. They did lose 2-0, but they lost 2-0 to SRG. Meanwhile, YG lost 2-0 to Aurora Gaming, very different, I would say. Aurora Gaming Turkey as well. So SRG versus Alter Ego. Alter Ego, we've said what we said about SRG, and honestly, I think SRG are just... They're different gravy right now, bro. So SRG into the grand finals. They're looking clean. They're looking amazing. And the trio mid has been elevated by the 2 XP and gold lane. Alter Ego will drop down. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. What is this, man? What do we do? What do we do here? They're cooked. TL versus Aurora Turkey. Aurora Turkey are really, really good. This is the best run ever for Aurora Turkey. But the thing is, TL is in lower brackets. It's TL, man. You know what I mean, fam. TS versus Aurora PH. Oh my god, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna fucking hate this, dude. TS are so bad at ending games. I don't know if they can fix that shit, dude. Because like, they are the type of team. They're so good at early game, but Aurora are better at early game. Aurora can't end games in the past. TS still have this issue from M5, M6, M7 now. Even at MSCs, for some reason, they would always be leading against these elite teams. These only applies against elite teams because they know how to end against lower tier teams. But when they're up against Onic Philippines, when they're up against TL, Aurora, these kind of teams, SRG, they would know how to get the lead in the start. They know how to play the early game, the mid game when it's template, but once we get to late game, enemy team just more clutch. They make still template rotations and it's cooked. I really hope this is because Bomba's been sick, because if you don't know, yes, Swiss stage, Bomba has been sick and all that. I'm just gonna lean into my bias, man. You know, Aurora have my GOAT XBTR Light. I want Light to do well, and by all means, if they end up winning the tournament, I'll be happy, you know. My GOAT XBTR. But you guys know the bias I have to TS, bro. Like, I love this team. Genuinely, I want to see a new region win this tournament. But TL is in the fucking lower brackets, man. You know what I mean? Fuck this team, man. I want to see Ultra Ego make it to finals, but TL is in the fucking lower brackets, man. No, but genuinely, they have an amazing coaching staff. Ultra Ego, Styx, Zephyr, they're fantastic. Their players are all amazing, man. And if you watch MPLID, guys, you will, I think after watching this tournament, you will have a newfound respect for Ultra Ego, because, dude, these players were all washed before Season 16. If you look at the Season 16 lineup, the lineup you see in M Series, before MPL started, you'd be like, this is a team that would probably go 5th or 6th place. This isn't going to be a team that contends for the title. But Zephyr and Styx changed that. He developed this team. He continuously improved this team to the point where they're at right now. If they end up beating TL, that's fucking fantastic. Especially for Nino, the guy who's been there from Season 7. I debuted in the same season as Nino, and to see this guy go from a young guy with a lot of expectations, you know, with the super high potential, to then almost living up to the potential and then completely dropping in form to a point where a lot of pros were trash talking him in Season 14 when he moved to XP. Fans were trash talking him. Everybody was hating on him. I remember in Season 14 when that happened, I actually DM'd him. I told him, yo, dude, I know you're getting a ton of hate, but I can see the potential. This is your first season in XP. And I'll support you, bro. You know, like, I will support you. Then Season 15 came along, and he did improve, but still, you know, it was kind of like still mediocre improvement. And honestly, at one point, I was like, man, maybe Nino will never live up to the hype, you know? To, like, the potential that we had for him, or we expected from him when he first debuted. And then Season 16 came around. It just goes to show you, sometimes it takes a while, bro, to build these players. For a player to go from a rookie to a contender, maybe you need more than 7 seasons. And maybe trusting the process is the key, you know? Ultra Ego have an amazing story. They have an amazing story. They have a great environment, amazing coaching staff. The management seems very chill as well. They're up against fucking TL. They're up against fucking TL, dude. I think we're going to see a rematch of MC 2025 Grand Finals. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think we're going to have a Grand Final. If this happens, chat, I think we're going to have a Grand Finals that beats all Grand Finals. I think we're going to have a Grand Finals that surpasses the Onic Bren match for M5. It's the golden road for TL versus SRG, the best form they've ever been in. And yes, I will say ever been in, even more than MSC 2024. Because in MSC 2024, SRG were just really good at team fighting, you know? Really good draft as well. The meta really suited them. But even then, they're team fighting only, which means it's still risky, you know? Like, they have to take these very, very particular risks, and they need to come out on top. Luckily, they were able to do it, and again, they have the skills to do it. But this tournament feels different. It feels like they're ahead of the curve. It's not just their team fighting is amazing. Their team fighting is amazing. Their macro is phenomenal. Their drafting is impeccable. I'm trying to add in as many big words as possible because it really feels that way for SRG. They look that strong right now. The golden road has never been achieved. SRG lost last year. Onic ID lost the year before. Blacklist couldn't get it. They lost MSC. I think it might be SRG, bro. Their form looked too good